Welcome to the Smiling Sufferer podcast. This is Corey on the mic.
Hi guys, this is Getty.
And this is G. What's good, people?
Welcome back.
Who's G?
What's me, man?
What's G's name? G is not a name, it's a letter.
I don't need to know my name.
G for gangster.
Everyone's favorite boy.
All right.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Actually, you are. Well, let me not.
Yeah,
let me not swell your head up, but
just say it, man.
the feedback I've been getting, people like G.
I like the mystery behind G.
Whatever.
It's all good.
So, what do you guys think of that Neo track?
I didn't even know it was Neo.
I like it.
This is my first time hearing
He's
it.
been going that island vibe because he had that other song.
He has.
Did he?
He even had a recent song with the Niger artist too.
Did he? What
No,
song?
he had a song with Steph London called Pushback, which is very islandy.
No, I think it was Pato Rankin. He had a track with. I know it had a track with one of these.
See all these American artists now trying to get the Niger.
Oh yeah.
Niger
No, it wasn't
juice.
Pato Rankin. It was a lesser known guy. But I remember it was
lesser known.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was surprised. I was like, what's he doing here? But it was one of those Igbo singers. I forgot the name.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive. There was only a video. I'm like,
are you serious?
They must have dropped the bag, man. Yes, there's a video on YouTube.
And see, that's the thing. I've noticed a lot of the artists have been, like, American artists have been doing songs with Nigerian people, but it doesn't get promoted here in America though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people don't know about it here.
Yeah.
Like, then Offset did a song with Shina Rambo and Davido, right?
If you sang that song, will you promote?
It was a whack ass track. Even the verse, you could tell was one of his throwaway verses.
It was a decent verse, but the song itself was just.
It was not so good.
It sounded like just favor, like the video was doing a favor for.
Oh, right, but that's not his cousin, right?
Yeah, and then they probably paid off. So I don't know, but it was whack.
It was quite whack. I'm sorry.
It wasn't up to par.
So how much do you think they pay all this American artists to do something?
I wonder.
I heard like sometimes 50, 100.
Wow.
I remember there was a value that they put on Meek. I remember when Meek Mill did that feature on Davido's track. I remember it had leaked about how much they'd given him. I don't remember the exact amount, but I remember it was pretty significant. Like, I remember back then it wasn't that much harder to have these artists on. But I think with time, man, I don't think the American audience's ears are completely ready for like full Afrobeat yet. I think it's gonna take some time. I think that's probably gonna take some time.
Yeah, it's a whole new
We're
language.
It is like getting familiar with the slangs, with the inflection of our words, all these things. That's gonna take time, but I think we're getting there. Wizkid is really breaking into the market. Did you see the recent his recent Nike deal?
Nike gear, yes. I want a shirt.
I'm
gonna get a shirt.
You're getting one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Support
Wale,
the boy.
yeah,
I'm sure Wale's got the whole.
I'm sure you already pre-ordered your own.
It got the top and bottom and everything.
The customized version with his name on the back.
It's sold out in like a few minutes.
It did.
Oh wow.
I wonder how the other Starboy felt about that.
There's no other Starboy.
There's no other Starboy.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the original Starboy is the Starboy, and that's it.
No.
We have to acknowledge someone else uses the tags.
The original Starboy.
It's not Wizkid.
It's not The Weeknd. It's Movado.
Oh,
that's the Starboy. It's a Jamaican slang.
Okay.
And I think it's spelled like with B-Y, or it's not like spelled.
Starboy.
Yeah, something like that. It's a Jamaican slang, and Movado he has a song called Starboy.
Oh.
But Wiz took it and he's been using it. The Weeknd tried it.
He really
because
did.
he tried to sue somebody in
What? Are you serious?
In Canada for using the name. The guy had it like as the name of the store. And The Weeknd was trying to do like a comic book and a whole lot of stuff. So he tried it with that guy. But then you can't really do it with Wizkid. Like Nigeria has 150 billion people. Like that's more than there's no way you can
he
be
doesn't use
bigger
it anymore,
than
or what?
Wizkid in terms of using the name Starboy. Because if all Nigerians are like, you know what, or a lot of Nigerians, even if 10% of Nigerians like, all right, dude, Wizkid Starboy, The Weeknd had to pull back. He might be a bigger star, but he had to pull back. Like, you know, I lost this battle.
So he is not pursuing.
I've not seen him use the name Starboy in a long time.
Oh, that's true.
And then Whiskey is getting everybody to say Starboy. Naomi's always saying Starboy. He's on his shows. True. He's always making all his guests say Starboy.
So what's going on with him and Naomi?
It's a business deal.
I think she's mentoring him.
She's helping him.
And he's been calling her my big sister.
Abby.
Yeah, she's been saying my little bro.
But
she's been getting him into these events.
I saw the D&G fashion show. Like,
my boy has.
I wonder if it was at the New York Fashion Week too.
I'm sure
no, I don't think so. But it has the Dolce and Gabbana thing. It has Versace is putting him on their website.
Oh, wow.
GQ put him on the page. He's on the front page of Nike's sport website. Their Instagram page.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I
saw that.
Was he at the GQ award thing?
Yeah, the one in England.
Wow.
Yeah, he was there with her. Okay. Like fashion blogs pick up when he wears stuff and they like tag the company. So yeah, she's
breaking out into the
she's
fashion
taking
world.
him into the fashion world, and he doesn't even look anything like a model. Like
he's too short.
He's too small. But
he need to put on some weight, yo. He need to get in the gym.
But he's always been the way he is.
He needs to get in the gym, man.
How old is he now?
Like 20. His official age is like 28.
Someone was telling me that the reason why all these artists are looking like they still look awesome is because of drugs or something.
It's possible, but either way, as long as the guy is happy with how he is in life, it's not my business.
Yeah, but anyway, speaking of fashion though, what's up with that New York Fashion Week?
The
brawl, yo, what was that about?
I mean,
Cardi and Nicki.
For those that don't know, check that you're asking cash.
For those that don't know, because I feel like we give some of our audience members too much credit. There's some people that really don't know what the heck is going on.
That's true. Okay,
but for those that don't know, there's been a huge back and forth between Cardi and Nicki. It's been going on from
the beginning.
For a while now, a little over a year. Initially, they both denied it. They were like, "No, there's no tension."
They tried to,
and then something happened where there was a Migos track that they got on. Nicki was on there. Apparently, Nicki had taken shots on the track.
Yeah.
And Cardi was like, "Hell no, you're not gonna get on my boyfriend's track."
And then took shots at me. I agree with that.
And Cardi forced Nicki to take that part of her verse out. There was a lot of controversy, but even after that, they were still like, "No, there's no beef. They kept trying to downplay it. And recently, a few weeks ago, pictures even came out with them when they were at some other fashion event.
It was the Met Gala.
The Met Gala.
And she was pregnant then.
She was pregnant.
She couldn't pop off pregnant.
Oh, so that's what it was.
I think that's what it was.
But pictures came out, remember?
They were talking.
And they were talking. They looked like they even hugged.
Cardi's been holding herself back.
They even hugged.
Pregnancy and all that. She couldn't really go crazy pregnant. So she's been holding back. But baby's out now, bitch.
Yeah. So now in the last couple of weeks, Nicki has been, well, some people say it's a meltdown. I just think we're just starting to see Nicki's true colors.
I think it's a meltdown.
I think Nicki's just she's with the shit. She's done trying to be PC or trying to be. I think she just
because I feel like this is not who Nicki. I don't know. Well, we don't know who she is. I think it's a meltdown though, because you're rich. Why are you threatened by all these little artists?
I think we're just seeing.
You're Nicki Minaj.
Nicki is petty though.
You should be taking all these kids under your wings. Not, you know what I mean?
She's
not
petty.
feeling threatened by Cardi B.
She's petty.
And all this Remy and all these artists. You know what I mean? Like they're, for lack of a better word, beneath her kind of in terms of status. And you're feeling threatened by
female artists,
right?
Like
black female artists in a long time.
Do you feel like she wants preferential treatment?
I think so.
You think Nicki wants preferential treatment?
Yes.
But anyway, but let me get back to the story. So, Nicki has been having her, radio show. She's been going on her rants. She's been
to freedom.
She didn't really take direct shots at Cardi.
Apparently,
she's been kind of
backstage kind of things she's been doing.
Well,
so
allegedly,
we hear, right?
And then they said apparently Nicki had liked. Now this was from like months ago.
So
Nicki had liked some tweets about
said.
Cardi.
Yep.
Someone had mentioned Cardi about Cardi shouldn't be doing this as a mother.
Well,
blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so Cardi welcomed back Kodak back black when he got back from prison or whatever, and someone was like, "Oh, so you're gonna support a rapist or something like that as a mother?" Blah 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 blah.
Which isn't even true, by the way.
Stupid, but not, anyway, even if you can't, I don't know. But Nicki shouldn't be liking that, considering what her brother is going through,
and considering the fact that she's actually even her biggest single was the one with Tekashi, who has his issues too.
So it's like. You have no mouth to talk. So apparently she liked the tweet.
Yeah. She didn't bring up her daughter's name. She just liked a tweet
that somebody said about her mother and skills.
Which I feel like that was very petty.
It was.
But then at this event, apparently Cardi starts out. She walks up to Nicki, wherever Nicki was, at the New York fashion event. You know, these New York...
It was a Harper's Bazaar
aristocratic...
Abaga, aristocratic. There's white people who are on coke too, but anyway.
Probably.
They're not better than anybody.
But, you know, it's not very common that you see brawls at those events.
They do theirs underneath. They don't show their wretchedness, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's the
fair enough. Anyways, Cardi, I guess... felt like, well, I'm gonna keep that same energy, huh? So she walked up to Nicki.
Yeah.
Of course, both of them are big artists.
Yeah.
Both of them have bodyguards. Right. I don't know how you expect
to get in a lick in.
Apparently, Nicki even has this ninja woman bodyguard slash IG model slash bodyguard. I'm like, did you read her resume? Like,
that was fake.
It was fake.
Social media. Somebody went on her with Wikipedia and changed it.
I changed all that because I'm like, are you gonna be an IG model?
No. That
and
was
a bodyguard at the same time.
Her. They went back on her Wikipedia and changed it.
But yeah, she approached Nicki and she tried to fight Nicki, and apparently there was like a big tussle. Bodyguards held them back.
Held Cardi back. Nicki was Cardi back.
Cardi actually threw a shoe too.
Yeah.
But Cardi somehow ended up with a knot on her head.
It was the bodyguard.
Big ass knot. I feel like that whole bodyguard story was just them trying to cover her up.
It's true. You can see. Didn't you watch the video?
I saw the video.
No one touched her. They were just trying. In the middle of tussling and all that. Hands go places and elbows go places.
Fair.
I think that's how she got the knot.
Fair.
Not that she was hit by Nicki or Raw.
But she still ended up with a knot on her head.
And that's fine. Just because you got.
That's not fine.
No. Have you ever been in a fight before? I've never been, but I've seen.
But why are you getting in a fight though? That's the first question. Why are you getting in a fight? You're rich. You have all these millions.
That's because you're rich doesn't mean you still can't.
No, I'm sorry. You can't be a rich gangster.
Why not?
You can't.
What?
Because you will get sued. She threw a shoe, right?
Okay.
That's you can't afford to, man. You're gonna fuck up your money.
That's the only thing that's the only thing I agree with. Like, she has enough to have too much to lose now. If you want to fight Nicki, go in a ring or something and you guys box it out and be done with it.
Cardi wasn't smart, that's all.
Cardi
wasn't.
Is the biggest. She's the biggest.
She wasn't. Yeah, she didn't do it the proper way.
You know when to pick your
right
battle.
now.
Exactly.
You know when to. You might. There's nothing wrong with trying to fight.
I think
but
she's
know when
like
to
number 3 on like number of albums sold
right
this
now,
year.
right.
Yeah, that's not the right place. And
she has like 2 million sold or something.
There's never a right place and right time to fight. Really.
No,
she got
You can meet in the ring. Like I said, meet and fight. If you want to fight, meet in the ring and box it out and be done with it.
All these endorsements.
And the only thing you do is you just have people enforce that stereotype of ghetto.
Well, she never claimed she wasn't though. She always been about that. I don't know. Let's not do that.
If you're in corporate America, we unfortunately.
But she's not.
What? She's
Cardi has always been. That's why we like Cardi though.
No,
she
but
always
she's
been
getting
who she
endorsement
is.
deals.
No,
She has a lot to lose.
From that.
But
Please.
I mean, sure, fine. But she's never not said she wasn't ghetto. That's how she was from. We met her from the Script Club at Love and Hip Hop. She's always been about who she is. That's why I like Cardi.
If she wants to keep making her money, she's
trust me. The day someone tells you, "Hey, I was going to give you a deal 100 million, but you took ghetto from me," Cardi will come out and change. Trust me.
But that person's wrong. Though. What's too ghetto? That's wrong.
The day someone comes and says that, unfortunately you're a slave to your money at this point and your success.
True.
So Cardi, ghetto or no ghetto, would rather be where she is right now than where she was 2 years ago. Let's keep it real.
Of course.
If it started affecting her money, she'll calm down and change. And
I think she does too much.
This is how some people lose, keeping it real at the wrong place.
Right. I feel like Cardi lets everything affect her too much. Like you see her on social media getting mad about every little thing someone's saying about you. You're a celebrity now. People are gonna talk about you. Move on. Like if I was her, I would delete every social media and just live my life away. I'm too rich and to be bothered by everyone's petty little comments. I would delete everything and just have somebody run. Look at Beyonce. Perfect example. She doesn't let any comments. Exactly. Model yourself after that.
Go back and forth.
She does not. You will never see Beyonce go back and forth with anybody. Do that. If you're that rich, I'll buy everything in my house.
She'll learn. She's young.
Well, right. She lets everything affect her too much. Everything. Did you hear apparently she was about to fight some girl for sleeping with Offset or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that? People will sue you.
You can't be a gangster and
you have too much to lose now. Like, no.
The last person that tried that was John Gotti, and they got him.
But you know what I feel like Cardi should have done though? Go up to Nicki and act like you're about to like be friendly and talk, and then wow.
But I kind of think that was what they said. Like they said that she calmly walked there initially.
But was that how she did it?
I think that's what they said. But I've heard so many versions of the game. But that brings me to my next topic, which is this whole concept of keep the same energy. And you know, recently on the thread we're talking about it. We're talking about how, you know, certain people, they might not have that same energy versus
in person and social media and all that. And
it made me realize that you can't always keep the same energy.
Why not?
You can't. I think in
terms of what do you mean?
Okay, where I draw the line is when you make threats on someone. When you make threats, now that's drawing a line. If you make a threat online, I'm gonna fuck you, I'm gonna do this, then it's on site at that point. Because if I see you, I'm gonna feel like, he already made a threat against me, and I'm gonna want to protect myself. Yeah. So if someone, you know, punches you in the head, don't you know, that I understand. But I think the part where some people take it too far is, you know, let's say like disrespect or whatever. When you know how it is now. Online banter, right. WhatsApp banter, right. Especially on like all these threads, right? We're there all day. Most of us were working, but WhatsApp is like our way of keeping away our distractions. Right. So on these threads, things do tend to, like, people are a little bit more witty, people are a little bit more biting,
but
and I think that's no, but I think that's just that's the way those threads are designed.
No, you can't say
that.
Okay, but wait.
They're designed to spur conversation.
Let's look at this Cardi thing.
But it's a different kind of conversation that you would have.
Sorry, look at this. Look at this Cardi thing now. Cardi was on her own, and somebody tweeted something about her motherhood and mother whatever skills, and Nicki liked the tweet.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Cardi obviously feels like Nicki has a problem with her.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing about that is, if you constantly feel, or if she felt like the girl had a problem with her, sure, you might not want, when you see her in person, to fight.
Yeah.
But if you have a problem with me, don't see me in person and then
be
like
quiet.
You don't have
Thank
a
you, and be
or
fake about it.
That's the part that I don't have. I have
fair.
And like,
that's fair.
And like,
and that's fair.
But
it doesn't mean it should escalate.
No. It's like you can have your jokes,
it,
and like we can be having an argument right now, like we're talking on a topic, and you say something witty or smart towards me, and that's fine. But like, imagine if you're just on your own and randomly I keep coming at you.
Yeah, okay.
Then I'm like, okay, if this is how you really feel, and like, let's be real. Corey brought this up because it happened in the group chat that I'm in, and it involved me and someone else.
Yeah.
And this guy constantly, like, we've met this guy, and he talks a lot of talk, and I personally believe he doesn't walk the talk. Okay. But I think it's persona. It's like, that's just who I am. I want to be that guy, and it's
I
funny.
don't respect people like that.
No. I respect if that's just your persona.
But
like
talk. But
no. When it's talk, it doesn't. He's never made any physical threat towards anybody. But like, he will talk a lot of talk, and in person, when you see him, like, I tell people that I've not met him, that
changes a little.
It changes. You just laugh it off.
Yeah.
But it's like that. I would be fine with that if it was a joke. So I'm peacefully on my own.
Yeah.
And then he starts throwing jabs.
Okay,
I wasn't involved in the conversation. I wasn't there. And this is not the first time. So I told him, I said, dude, you keep doing this shit. Yeah. But the last time you saw me, you were all, G, what's up? Like, then it's like, which character is fake? Is it the G character you greeting me, or is it the you on the thread?
It's called trolling,
either ways, if you want to throw, then also throw to my face.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like, then I'll know that,
fair.
You know, because here's the thing, I can't read your intentions. I can't tell what you really think. But if you keep hammering on the same thing from nowhere, like if I came at you and said something, or we were joking or something, you came back with as a response, I would understand.
Yeah.
So it's like Cardi is in her house peacefully, and then all of a sudden Nicki just drops something and then mentions her name. Like, fine, I'll find I did my house now. So that was what I was trying to tell the guy. If that's the case, keep it a buck. Like every time you see me do like that, and I know that okay, that's how you feel about me.
I didn't have that. So I didn't have that
but
context.
At the end of the day,
that makes more sense.
It's just him trolling, like you said. But I'm like, all right, there's a level. If that's how you're gonna troll, keep trolling when you see me too. And then I know that okay, this is how you are, and then I'll probably say something back, and then you can show me who you really are, and I'll show you who I really am. But that was just what it was. But it was at the end of the day, ended up, we just. Everybody
but you can troll, but you can't tell how people how to react to your trolling.
That's true.
Some people don't take it funny at all. True. Like you want to keep the same energy. Yeah. When I see you, you can't tell me how to react to also, your trolling.
But I know. But here's the thing. I know some people have also loved similar accusations at me. It's even spilled on that same thread.
Yes, correct.
And the thing about me is I'm a counterpuncher.
WhatsApp Corey is different from real life Corey.
No, listen, yes, I'm a counterpuncher. I'm a counterpuncher. Like I'm the kind of person that like I usually don't go out looking for trouble. But then when you talk slick at me, I'll talk slick.
But it depends on what you say.
Regardless of what you say on WhatsApp or if it's in real life.
It depends on what you say.
Now the difference is people are more likely, and I've noticed people are more likely to talk shit at me on WhatsApp.
But Corey,
but you do the same thing too, though.
No, okay, let me tell you something. Every time I have an argument or talking to Corey on this thing, Corey's older than me, so Corey tends to want to do the you're a little kid, go on this. That's fine. But can you imagine like I'm not talking in this conversation, I'm just doing anything, and then they're talking about something, and then Corey just goes something. Yes, this little kid is not smart, something like that. What? Just from nowhere. Do you understand? I'm saying? I'm like, why are you bringing my name into? Like, where did this come from? Do you understand? And me, I mean, I don't want to go into the history of why my name is G, but I don't hide how if I really don't fuck with you, there's nothing you can say. There's a guy that everybody that knows him and knows me knows I don't. Even him himself knows I don't like. Like he will walk into here and he's not going to say hi to me because he knows I'm not going to answer him. I just don't fuck with you. No matter what you might think it's petty, but that's just me. I'm like,
my own is me.
So I can't be two ways to you.
Right,
you understand what I'm saying?
I'm a counterpuncher, and the way if you bring that same energy to me in real life, I give it right back. I mean, you see me at poker.
But if
I will insult you.
But if we're going on a topic.
But then I've just noticed that people are less likely to do that when you're in person.
Oh yes, definitely.
People, no one really keeps the same energy. Like when I see, like for instance, there's some people that I chat with, right? And I haven't seen this. Some of them I haven't even seen in a long time. Now, when I'm together with them, I'm not trying to go back.
Yes, the vibe changes.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right, it does.
But that's what I'm saying.
I want to be cordial with you.
It wasn't. That's just but my thing is,
if you give me that energy right there, I'll return it.
But my thing is, don't come to me. It's not. And my thing is that you say X in the group and then you come and punch me in real life. No, but my thing is, if you keep hammering on X in the group at me, then when you see me in real life too, please hammer on X in the group. I'm on X, that same thing. Because then I can react.
But okay, so are we trying to say WhatsApp is a different entity?
No, it's not just WhatsApp, but online,
whatever,
anywhere,
social media thing.
Social media.
So what you said on social media can carry out to real life, you know that, right?
But
you're still the same person.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is that generally no one really keeps the same. It's a little different. Even on Twitter, like you have 114 characters to say something. Usually it has to be something biting. It has to be something because you want to get to an extent you want to.
Does it have to be?
No, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. But that's part of what makes Twitter so freaking funny. You know these like black Twitter.
Yes. On Twitter you can easily log off.
People are creative with like their people are.
But do you know the beauty of the difference you're not putting into consideration on Twitter?
Yeah.
80% of these people you don't know.
Right.
You've never met.
That's
you don't know on a personal level.
Which is true.
Do you understand? So you don't know on a personal level. So it's like
which is why I don't.
That's why I'm like I don't go back. I've never argued with anyone on Twitter. There was a guy who his name was like something for president also, and one way or the other he discovered my account. Now I don't know who joined Twitter first. Yeah. And then he sends me a message or tweet saying, "Oh, why am I jacking his name?" And I was like, "Is this one stupid?" He's a Niger guy, and he had more followers, so people were actually arguing with him. So he was like, and I replied to him. I said, "Oh, I didn't get the memo that you can copyright
Twitter handles."
And he was like, "I don't care, blah blah blah, this that," and I just left him. By the time he wrote 2 more tweets, I think he deleted everything himself because I was like, "This guy, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you." Like at the end of the day. What do you want to do? Do you understand? What do you want to do? Because you don't know me.
Whenever people reply like my comments on IG, I always send like hearts or like
yeah, you don't know me. At the end of the day, you don't know me.
God loves
you. But Corey, look at it now. But I know you. Okay, I might know you. My relation to you is closer than to some other people. Let's just say we have a common mutual ground, and I keep hammering at something at you. You know, at some point, if it's like I'm doing it when we're going back and forth, but like you notice I randomly do the same thing when you're not even involved, you're not even online. And then the thing about these things, you don't even know what someone is doing in their life, what someone is going through. You just come and start opening your mouth. You'll be like, this guy, what the fuck is your problem with me now? Okay, if that's how you really feel about me, and next time you see me, then don't be acting all jolly and nice to me, because that's fake, and that's what I was trying to say. Not that come fake. And fight me. Do you understand? But at the end of the day, I mean, it's who he is. He apologized in a I'm sorry, in a weird kind of way, but I understood that that's his way of saying no vex, and I was like, we cool. But I just thought what you said was uncalled for.
But while we're on the subject of keeping that same energy, guess who was keeping that same energy?
Cool.
My girl Serena.
Oh God,
she was keeping all that energy, yo, in his face. But I know. We have a guest calling that we're gonna reach out to in a little bit, but I want us to kind of talk about it first.
Okay.
So Serena had a bit of a clash at the U.S. Open Finals, right? And so let's break it down, right? So what happened? They're playing a game.
Right.
She's playing with this 20-year-old girl who beat her already.
Yeah.
Earlier this year.
19.
She's
19,
20.
I think she's
20 now. Yeah.
Was she 20 at the time of the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Her name is
Naomi
Osaka.
Gorgeous.
Half Japanese, half black, half Haitian.
Black girl. Yep.
Serena's
Serena's her idol. She started her father modeled
maybe we should say
the
was.
way.
Can you imagine?
What?
Maybe
Serena is
Was her idol still?
Yeah,
like
I
a
don't
role
think she
model.
might still be a role model.
Oh, well, that's what was. I meant is.
I don't think she might
her
still
father,
be, man.
You know, her father. There's two of them too. They're
Yes.
sister, just like Serena and Venus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her older sister was the one, but then I think she got hurt, and she's not as popping as the younger sister now. But their father modeled their career after Richard. Richard's dad. Serena and Venus's dad, Richard.
Okay.
Everything, like he saw how they were, and he tried to get his girls the same way.
Okay.
So Serena means a lot to her.
Yeah, and she whooped Serena's ass already.
Serena
means a lot to her.
So
means
after
a lot
earlier
to
this
her
year,
still.
earlier this year,
She whooped Serena's ass, but I think Serena had just come out of
Maternity and all that.
So
I would say whooped. They beat it. Okay, she beat her.
And so fast forward to recently, US Open Finals. You know, Serena is trying to make another comeback. You know,
I think she did. Second place is not a joke either. People are making it seem like
it's not.
I don't
Serena
understand.
will always be the greatest.
Yeah, she's the greatest of all times.
Greatest female
greatest
tennis player of all
tennis
time.
player.
Greatest female tennis player of all time.
No. Greatest tennis player. Even the men say she's the greatest tennis player.
That's another conversation.
Okay, yes, let's go.
And they played first set, right? She kicked Serena's ass. What, like 6-2?
Okay.
Yeah, 6-2.
Kicked her ass.
Correct. I don't understand what this is, but okay.
Then
can make
the
your
second
points
set came,
without
right?
being
Second set came. Her coach. Her coach. She needs some help out here. So her coach is giving her signals.
I don't think that's what it was.
No,
But he said.
He did. Yeah.
Can I explain?
So who's lying?
No.
Who's lying?
No.
Who's the liar?
That's not what I'm saying. Can
Let
I
me
speak?
finish.
Okay, go ahead. Talk first, and then we'll
So of course she's getting the ass rocked, right? And her coach is kind of giving her.
Say this ass rock.
Her coach is kind of giving
Can
her
we be
some
respectful
signals.
too?
Her coach is
About
kind of giving
but
her.
okay.
No, wait.
I mean, let him.
Let me
express
finish.
himself how he wants to
Express
express himself.
yourself.
So, giving her signals, right? The umpire is known to be a very strict umpire. He's known by a lot of people, and even men have complained about him. Nadal complained about him, like, dude, I think does this guy have something against me? The guy, he's known to give stiff penalties too.
Right.
He's known in the tennis world. Umpire catches her coaching her on the sideline. You're not allowed to.
Right.
Now, sometimes they allow it, but usually
It's on your discretion.
But, it's discretion. But usually in the Grand Slam, usually that's like.
It's at the end of the day, still discretion.
It's
discretionary, but it's still the rule.
It's the rule.
It's still
nothing
right.
illegal.
Right.
So
what he did.
He catches her. He says, "Okay, your coach is coaching you on the sideline." He gives her a warning.
Yes.
First warning. Serena starts off. she's defensive. I can never cheat.
I mean, I don't blame her.
I have a daughter.
I can't cheat.
I can't see my daughter see me cheat.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like, it's not like the daughter knows what she's looking at. I don't think the daughter knows what
I would assume
the daughter is even a year old yet.
Yeah, she is.
Even if the daughter is 10, she might still not assimilate what's going on. But either way, let's just keep it moving.
She's like, I have a daughter. She's getting mouthy. This, and that.
She's expressing herself.
Which is fine.
Right.
I love passion in my sports athletes.
Right.
So
he doesn't do anything. Though.
He doesn't do anything at that point. Of course, she denies it happens. I was never getting coached.
And
now, coach keeps giving her signals during that second set. Yes,
I didn't say that, but okay.
Coach keeps giving her signals. At that point, the umpire gave her a point deduction.
No, point deduction was after she broke her racket.
No.
Wasn't that after?
That's why she was upset.
Wasn't it after or before?
It was before, and then she broke her racket because she was upset at the point deduction.
Yes.
I thought it was after.
Yeah, and
point deduction.
Yeah.
And then she broke her racket.
And then she got really livid.
Upset,
She
right.
broke her racket, right?
And that's apparently an automatic thing in tennis. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And which then and at some point, right, she's even demanding an apology from this umpire.
But
she goes, she goes to the umpire. She calls the umpire a liar.
Wait. I'll read. Let me read out what she said.
Call him a liar.
Okay,
let me read out. So at this point, she already had the warning and then the point deduction, right? Mm-hmm. And you know the rules. If we're being fair, she knows the rules and she could already see what type of person this umpire is. And keep in mind, at this point, Serena the game was tied 1-1, right? Mm-hmm. But at the third set,
that's what I felt like we should have had to do.
The third set, Naomi was leading at this point.
Right.
It was 4-2 again.
Right.
Yeah, 4-2. And Serena went to the umpire. And to be fair, Naomi was on her way to win. I think
she was going to win, right?
But she went to the umpire and she said,
I'd rather her win the
she
right
said,
way.
"You are what's the wrong way?"
I mean, by
she
not
said,
taking deduction,
you are attacking my character, and you owe me an apology.
Yeah.
The guy just looked at her. Nothing. He just looked at her. I think she was looking for a reaction, and he didn't say anything. And it's like, I'm venting out to you, and you're just looking at me like, okay. Then she goes, "You are a liar. You will never umpire on a court of mine as long as you leave."
Okay.
Yes,
she
said that.
He still keeps quiet.
Threatens his job.
He still keeps quiet. Wait now.
Yeah, but they also get point
Let me
deductions.
finish. And the umpire just still kept quiet, just looking at her. And then she goes, "Give me my apology. You stole a point from me.
You thief.
And you're a thief too." And at that point, the umpire took the mic and said, "Verbal assault, game deduction, whatever the word is."
Yeah.
And he ducked the game.
Yeah.
And it became 5-2.
Right.
Now,
after that,
there are three statements he made. There are three pause. Like I said, he kept pausing.
Yeah.
To be fair, Serena kept going at it.
They all do that.
No, but I'm not even done yet.
Let him
at that
finish.
point, no. I was giving my own stuff to
go.
So he does that, yeah.
After the game deduction, she stops the whole thing. Mm-hmm. She gets officials to get on the.
She's allowed to do
Naomi
that. Naomi
is on the verge of
But Serena's allowed to do that, right?
fulfilling her dreams here.
Was she allowed to do that, yes or no?
Let me finish.
No, answer. Is she allowed to do that?
Yeah, she's
so
allowed to do that. She calls out the 20 officials. Well, she's allowed to do that, but that doesn't mean she's right. That doesn't make her right.
So
it doesn't not make her a sore loser.
She did that.
She gets up. She starts crying. She starts talking about sexism. She pretty much
put
everything at a halt.
Okay.
Eventually, of course, she lost the game.
Okay.
At that point, the crowd starts to boo. The crowd starts to
wait, don't let him be passionate about it. No. You've been here passionate about stuff also. So let him
Here's what I don't like, right? Look, when Kanye did that thing to Taylor Swift,
that's not the same thing.
No. I'm trying to draw a parallel here. No, you never heard anyone try to say, "Oh, well, we all knew it was wrong." Why can't we just call out when something is wrong? When you're being a sore loser, it's okay.
So Serena came out and said she's.
But here's what I don't like.
Doing it for women.
We keep doing this swan dive. Whenever people want to talk about this Serena issue, they first start talking about, "Oh, well, because she's a black woman."
And I think Serena gets a pass because let me tell you why.
What?
Serena is not not the wait. Let me tell you why I say she gets the pass.
That's
Serena
bullshit.
is not the greatest athlete of all time. In fact, I think to name one person the greatest athlete of all is an insult to every other sport. Just get that right. I see that thing and I hate seeing it because you can't tell me. You can say she might be the greatest tennis. You can argue that. You can say she's. I don't want to say female because you might say but greatest tennis fine. No, but you can't to call her the greatest athlete of all time. I think truthfully, a lot of you guys, if Serena was a different race, would not be pushing that argument. Because and I understand that. I understand she's been through. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean we still have to earn it.
Right. I mean, now,
she was about to break a record, right?
Mm-hmm. Wait, was she? I
think she was about to get a 24th.
Oh, right. When
she lost this.
That's
upset her.
Right.
Serena already lost. Was it last year? Everybody said because she was pregnant, she wasn't ready. Was it what? When she was coming back.
Wimbledon, right?
Yeah, Wimbledon. So we already gave that and said, which I felt if you were not ready, I don't think you should have gone back. But you get a pass because you're female. You give birth, you have stuff. I think this time she really thought she was going to win it, and she wasn't. Secondly, you can't come out and tell me I'm fighting for women's rights when
she came out
there's a woman
fighting for women's rights
right across you on the other side. Wait. Okay. There's a woman right across you.
Someone that's on record telling an umpire to shove a ball that she's going to shove a ball up his ass.
Wait. There's a woman right across you, a 20-year-old woman who's about to win her first. Is it called Grand Slam? First Grand Slam. Who you are, her role model, and you just starred her first Grand Slam because what did Yeti say?
Booed.
She said she was going to win it, but she should have won it the right. I'll like she won it the right way. Naomi almost cried.
She was like,
finish?
At some point, the girl went to the crowd. She was like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah. So Corey. So
she was apologizing for winning.
Naomi.
One at a time.
Wait. So Naomi's first Grand Slam is always going to have an asterisk next to it because of Serena.
I don't think it's because of Serena.
It is because of Serena.
But okay.
It's because of Serena.
So then Serena,
you just said, wait.
Yes,
but the umpire was not out of bounds to make a call. Let's even call a spade a spade. If he's racist, he's sexist. But let me tell you, it's like I'll bring it into soccer for guys. We have referees that try to make the game about them, being right or wrong. We have referees that a white person will be racial to a black person and claim he didn't see it. We have referees that you can just clap at them like, "Oh, well done, you made a bad call," and sarcastically clap, and they'll give you a card. So those people make it about them. But if you know that you're already on a yellow card, I think at some point you should realize that the worst thing for you to do in a game. So is that
on you or the umpire that's racist?
It's on you.
I don't agree.
Because you can handle that outside of the court.
Sexist.
Let's even say he is being. Let's even say. Let's just say
in
the you need to understand in a game of soccer is 11-11.
Right.
You're in a final.
Right.
At some point, if you watch these players and you realize that the referee is being this, I want to snap my authority on this game. You might not like it, but you have to get through those 90 minutes.
Well,
and
true.
Be professional about it.
Right.
We just spoke here.
But you can't penalize the player because of the umpires, the referees.
Why can't we? Because Serena is a.
But I'm talking about the soccer right here.
Yeah, soccer. You can't.
That's wrong. Still,
you're still wrong.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, that is. But you need to have clear evidence that someone is racist towards you. This is a strong term. Someone is being sexist towards you. You can't just say
there has been evidence that this umpire has been strict to
now let's say he does give men let's say he gives men a little pass. Sure, we can deal with that outside of the court.
There's no evidence to show he gives men a little pass.
We can deal with that outside of the court. But at the end of the day,
the Nadal thing was it at the third warning?
Corey, wait.
Then it's not. Then it's
Corey,
not the same thing.
at the end of the day, the umpire didn't do anything illegal. That's the major part we should put.
But this is discretion. He could have.
And at his discretion, he was saying today, I'm not taking nonsense from anybody. And at the point where she already saw he was already doing that, Serena, this is not your first time. Suck it in. I feel like if Serena was winning, she would have sucked it in.
I don't think she would have.
Yeti, please, you're about to give an example. I want to hear it.
But either way,
I just gave it.
So what was the example?
Rafael Nadal.
Yeah. So what were the circumstances?
Can you let me speak?
Okay.
I'd let you speak, right, Corey?
Yeah. So was it the same umpire?
Yes.
Okay. What happened?
In 2017, Rafael Nadal was actually saying, "I'm not gonna let you umpire for me again." Same thing she said.
Okay. So
he didn't even say anything.
But was that on the second or third infraction?
I don't remember what it was.
So
but no.
Clearly you don't know.
Bear in mind,
you don't have context.
Bear in mind, I mentioned.
Please don't compare.
I mentioned. I watched the video. I mentioned 3 or three statements she made.
Right.
That she said the first one about he deserves an apology. He kept quiet. She said the second one at the same time that he's never going to umpire at her game, and he kept quiet.
Right.
I think it was that thief that got
but
to him. Maybe they have been calling him a thief from his house. So it's pending. It's like really? It's just like but no, it's serious. It's just like back to the group chat thing. When this guy said what he said, it triggered something like, okay, guy, today I'm not having it.
But
so it's always, but I'm not out of position to say I'm not having it today.
Like he told you, motherfucker.
Either ways,
I'm never. He said multiple things too. You know that, right?
Either ways, the
and
man.
Nothing.
But either ways, you can already see that. Yeah, but at that point, did Nadal already have any?
He didn't have any.
That's the difference. Right? It's like you're already on something that you know that the next thing that this guy can give you is a game deduction. You know it. So you were actually looking like you were going for it. Like, I don't care anymore. That's why I said that if she was winning, she would care. But at that point, she was losing, so she's like, I don't care anymore.
The game was gonna be lost anyway. I agree with that. She was going to lose.
I believe we can. She could have addressed this after the game.
Which true.
At some point, the crowd started.
But you've starred Naomi's win. Naomi is this is the first time I'm seeing somebody look sad for winning.
I know. I felt bad for her though. I felt really bad.
And you can't come and tell me you're doing it for women when you were playing a woman and you didn't.
But she she meant. No. That's not what she said. She said because umpires, look at what's that lady's name.
I find it disturbing that you try to defend these things.
I'm done.
It's disturbing because
go ahead.
If we're going to call something out for what it is,
do you believe Serena was sick?
The reason why I brought up Kanye. The reason why I brought up Kanye is because everyone knew Beyonce.
Wait, Corey, wait. Corey.
He was right.
Corey, wait.
But the way he went about
it talking to now?
Was messed up, and everyone called him an asshole. At that point, he was the asshole.
But we were talking first, but okay, go ahead.
At that point, he was considered. Everyone called him a jerk. Like everyone. All the publications.
Corey, but let me. I'm trying to get at something.
Let me finish because I have points to make here.
But we were talking first, Corey.
Everyone, I'm trying to because you guys never let me finish my point to begin with. Everyone, it was consensus that okay, Kanye is the biggest bully. He's an asshole. This one, that one. The reason why I'm pointing the distinction out is that when it comes to women, right? We do this. Sometimes we do this dance, and that's why I like to call it a swan dive. It's almost like we're so afraid to just call out what it is. And if she had done all those things, right, and she didn't start bringing up women's rights, and she started, I actually wouldn't have minded. I like passion. I'm fine with people being passionate enough when they want to lose. Yeah. My own thing is when she robbed that girl of her win.
She did
by trying to
she won still though.
By trying to poison the well. The crowd booed her.
We're having this.
The crowd booed her while she was about to get her trophy. Then Serena comes and says, "Oh no, please don't boo her."
And then someone was telling me that, at least she did that, and I'm like,
and you took out the fire, and then people are trying to now commend Serena
for doing that. I'm like, what's she going to do?
You know that, right? It wasn't the girl they were booing. They weren't booing Naomi.
There's a double standard here.
Do you know the first thing Naomi said?
It's a lot easier to attack.
Corey, do you know the first thing Naomi said? Naomi said, "I'm sorry it had to end this way." But now, what I was going to say is this: I asked you earlier if you thought Nicki was asking for professional treatment. He said yes, but why are you saying no to now Serena?
I don't think she was.
What's the thing? So when Nicki came out about her album being number 2, Nicki
but someone
made
was
a lot
legitimately beating Nicki.
Yeah, and same with someone that legitimately beat Serena. But Nicki came out and said, hold on, Nicki came out and said she's a woman. The industry is trying to take a. She said Spotify is using her as a scapegoat.
I didn't agree with that either.
And then you also agreed that Nicki was having a meltdown, but I'm sure you're not going to agree that Serena had a meltdown.
I don't think she did.
So what's the difference?
Because she what?
One is Nicki, one is Serena. I'm just trying to get.
I like Nicki too, but I think what she did was not right. Travis Scott was legitimately beating her. She did the same thing Travis Scott did, the bundling stuff.
But
you can't call
Naomi was legitimately beating Serena.
And I feel like they should have let Naomi beat her legitimately finish.
I think Serena should have let it finish, and then after you can.
I think the umpire took. Why did he take the point away?
Why are you saying the umpire? So are you saying the umpire wanted Naomi to win?
I wouldn't say that either.
But that's the only alternative.
She was going to beat her regardless. So then it just ends.
I feel like we sent the wrong message.
And I believe we were robbed of a good
We sent the wrong message.
Serena has a
terrible
right
message
to be upset. She has a right to say, if in their sport, that's
Let's
what they
call
do.
a spade a spade.
She has a right to say that.
Why would we? And then did you see the cartoonist that drew that thing?
What country is that from?
Australia.
And those guys are. I mean,
that makes it right. What?
Nobody said that's right.
What was wrong with the cartoon? I want to hear it.
No, they made her.
Yes,
so
I saw it. What was wrong with it?
Serena has
What do you mean
manly
what was wrong with
features.
It was a cartoon. It was a caricature.
They made her seem like she had manly features.
It was
she's kind of built.
Really, Corey?
Yes, she is.
Serena
She's a woman. She's athletic body. Okay,
yes.
he made it seem like.
Why are we scared to?
No.
But why are we scared to say that Serena is?
You see what I'm saying?
I don't believe. I don't like.
We're doing the swan dive here again.
No, but
as a black woman.
I don't agree.
We're doing the swan dive here again.
I don't agree with the animation because it's overemphasized some features. But
that is what caricatures are. That is what caricatures are. Please look it up. Every cartoon they do it for everybody. It had nothing to do with her. No, they do. It's a caricature. What about Jim Crow? What about Jim Crow? So what about it was Jim Crow? You're reading into things, man. You guys are reading into things.
If you see that, you don't see that, then I'm sorry for you.
It's a cartoon. No, don't be sorry for me. Be sorry for yourself. It's a cartoon.
Either ways, I think
y'all need to get over it, man.
I think Serena was emotional. I think Serena.
She was being
she has every right to be. I think Serena thought she was going to get that 24th grand. I don't know if it's number 24. So if I'm wrong, sorry, but I don't have the actual number. I think she thought she was going to do it. I think she thought because Naomi already beat her once, so she thought, you know what, I got this time. And it wasn't going her way, and obviously, she felt it. But as the pro, as the veteran in the game, playing against a rookie about to get her first thing, I think she should have calmed down and understood. Or don't let me say calm down, but she should have realized that's not the right place, right time. And I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of Me Too.
We keep dancing around this stuff.
I'll give you an example. The example of Terry Crews. When everybody sits, and so people are telling me like, well, you're at home, you can easily talk from the couch. It's true. When Terry Crews' story came out, I said, dang, if that was me, I'll punch the hell out of the guy. But Terry Crews gave credit to his wife for making him realize that this is not the right place or right time to do this. Let me address this outside. And that's what Serena should have done. If you feel this guy is being racist, sexist, do that. Serena was looking for preferential treatment. Let's keep it a buck.
I'm ready to move on from this issue. But in regards to the
unfortunately, what she did not deserve. I mean, what she did was did not help.
We're not really getting anywhere.
It didn't help. She didn't achieve anything with this
topic. So we have someone that actually knows a lot more about this than we all do. He is the can I show you the number first before I start talking? That's the number right there. He is Venus's hidden partner. His name is Jermaine, and his brother actually is Serena's hidden partner too. So.
Is it like her current hidden partner?
Yeah, cool. Current hidden partner. So he will be on the, what are we calling him?
And what's his name?
Jermaine.
Jermaine?
Yep.
Hello?
Hello? Is this Jermaine?
Yes.
Hi, this is Yetunde, and we're on air right now with the podcast with Corey and G Wale.
Oh,
thanks
how's
for taking
it going,
our
everybody?
call.
Hey, how's it going, Jermaine? Thanks for taking our call.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem.
How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia right now.
Okay.
Visiting my parents. Just having a great time here.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay. All right, so we hear you're Serena's sparring.
Venus.
Sorry, Venus's sparring partner.
Yes, so I'm Venus' sparring partner, and my younger brother is Serena's sparring partner.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
For those who don't know what that is, could you just explain real quick?
Okay, so a sparring partner is basically kind of like a trainer. You have dual roles. You're a trainer. You have to basically play better than they play to kind of size up to their competition. Sometimes we have to imitate their competition before a match. Just from everything to physical in the gym, just making sure, just filling in any gaps that need to be filled in.
Cool. And how long have you been doing this for, if I may ask?
I've been doing this for 3 years now.
Okay.
That's good. How did you get into it?
Crazy story. I had a childhood friend who was Serena's hidden partner at the time.
Oh.
And I visited him in West Palm Beach, just randomly went down to play golf with him. And I ended up at a party with Venus and Serena. And I had no idea what was going on, but after the party, Venus basically said, "Hey, I heard you can play. Would you be willing to practice with me on Monday?"
Oh wow!
And
just like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I practiced with her, and one thing led to a next, one gig led to a next, and here I am.
Oh wow! Okay.
Congratulations!
Right.
So but that's interesting. You said sometimes you have to mimic like who their opponents are gonna be, right? Like what's that? So do you usually have like study game tape? You have to study game tape for stuff like that.
Right, exactly. From a tactical standpoint, let's say, I don't know how much you guys know about tennis, but let's just say the girl, her next opponent hits the ball slower, a lot more off pace, a lot more spin.
Okay.
So I would have to mimic that. And then let's say maybe her opponent just hits the ball hardest they can and a lot of power. So
can I ask you something? In terms of women's tennis and men's tennis, like can you because people try to make this argument about if you're the greatest in women's tennis, then you can be the greatest in men's tennis. Like just in terms of the difficulty, how would you compare the two?
In my opinion, I don't think that's really a comparison. What separates Venus and Serena is their ability to serve well.
Okay.
They're just a lot stronger on their serve. On the men's side, they hit the ball a lot heavier, and it's more physical.
Okay.
And most of the men are, I hate to sound sexist, but most of the men are a lot more athletic.
That's fine. I mean, we have
Venus
different
and
bodies.
Serena's,
It's not the same body type.
They have a little advantage on that, would you say?
They have an advantage on the serve, and Serena definitely has a physical advantage. She's just so strong.
So can I ask you something? Do you watch the U.S. Open final?
I did.
So just from a tactical perspective, what would you say was what made Osaka more dominant in that game? Because she generally was dominant for the most part. Like, so what would you say? So what was the key thing that she did right that maybe Serena might not have been prepared for?
Honestly, Naomi's a big hitter. She's very powerful. She's fast. I think that Naomi played within herself. Okay. I think that's the best thing that she did. Okay. She didn't try to play, outside of herself. She kind of made Serena play a lot of balls, got a lot of balls back. And I think Serena was very anxious and nervous, and she wasn't on her A game.
Right.
And, the opportunity was there, and Naomi played well that day, and Serena did.
Good answer.
That's fair. So, what would you about the umpire and the call he made? What was I guess?
Hey, if you can't talk about it,
that was gonna come up.
Just imagine being at the Super Bowl and the referee comes out and says, "You know what, Tom Brady, we're going to give the other team a touchdown."
Mm-hmm.
With 4 minutes. Fourth quarter, 1 minute left on the clock. I think it was pretty outrageous.
Okay, so but is it unprecedented? Are you saying that no umpire has ever? Because if you're comparing to football, we know no referee has ever done that in football. Are you saying no umpire has ever given a game deduction before ever?
I think in sports is most umpires assess the situation. This is a Grand Slam finals, and I get you have to abide by the rules. But I think that there should be some leniency, or there should be some compromise in there. I think the umpire could have said, "You know what, hey, Serena, I don't want to do this, but, if you continue to act this way, I'm going to be forced to, code you." I think there was never, willingness for the umpire to work with her.
So he could have used his discretion, basically, is what you're saying, but he didn't.
Right.
No, he did use his discretion,
because
technically.
He did.
Earlier that week on the men's side, you had an umpire come down. I don't know if you guys know Nick Kyrgios, but you had an umpire come down and get out of his chair and beg the man to try and play.
So do you think the umpire was being sexist, or do you think he was just on a no nonsense day.
In other words, do you think the umpire hates women?
Or
no, that's
that.
strong. Really?
That's a strong word.
I don't think so.
But do you think it was just being,
that?
hey, today I'm just not hearing it. I'm not having it today.
Yeah, I mean, he has a very good rapport on the umpire. You know, he's very professional, has a very good track record. I just think it was a bad judgment call on that day.
Okay. So that's.
But he played between. He wasn't out of the rules. Like he played within the rules of the sport.
Of course.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, because I don't want you saying anything. I'm not trying to have you ruin your relationship with the Williams sisters. But I do have a question, just in terms of, do you think Serena might have lost a step, like just in the past year?
What does that mean?
Like
that's a really good question. Here's the thing. I look at Serena as a person on the come up again.
Okay.
And if you hear her say it, she continues to say, "I'm just getting started." You know, I feel like she's come a long way considering having a baby and her body was out of whack and just trying to regain that confidence. But I think she's light years ahead of anyone else that will be in the same, situation.
Okay.
I would agree.
That's fair.
I definitely would agree. I that's the one thing I can never take away her greatness. I think she's still the greatest to ever play the sport, in the female profession. So.
But to answer your question, for sure she's lost a step, but I think she's regaining it.
Okay.
That's fair.
Do you see any more Grand Slams in her future, or do you think is this one of those things where is there a possibility that maybe she's maybe on the decline? You know how people peak in their careers. Do you think that she can still peak?
I think that she's just at a level to where she's so ahead of most of the competition that she doesn't need to peak. I think that she can win any given week,
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. But Venus retired, right?
No, did she retire?
That's I don't know what word I'm looking for, but that's like very misleading because we had the opportunity to win 3 majors last year. She was in the finals of Wimbledon last year. She was in the finals of Australian Open. She lost to her sister. And she was in the finals of the championships in Singapore last year. I think Serena overshadows a lot, but I think that's a great effort on Venus' part to still be playing, and even though she's paved the way,
Right.
At a high level.
And despite her illness, everything, right? She's still
absolutely
getting there. Because I know how autoimmune diseases can be sometimes. You have good days and you have bad days, and I actually think that's awesome that she still get into finals despite the issue. I mean, the illness and everything. So
I have a question. I don't know if you'll be able to answer, but or if you would want to answer. But with the way the game ended, do you think with what transpired between Serena and the umpire kind of put an asterisk over Naomi's win?
That's a good question. I think deep down inside, I feel Naomi probably feels like, man, like, I don't know. She's got to feel some type of way.
I think
right.
so.
And I think that Serena was setting it up for one of the biggest comebacks, in a Grand Slam final. And, having that game taken away, I mean, that kind of leaves a asterisk, But all credit to Naomi, At the end of the day, she got it done.
She did.
Her first Grand Slam.
All right, man. Thanks.
Well,
thanks for
Jermaine,
taking our
tacks
call.
for taking our call.
No problem. Thanks
Say
for
hi
having
to
me.
Venus for us and Serena.
And you know what? We're probably going to be having a long running discussion about these kind of topics. If we can have you call in again sometime in the future.
Absolutely, and I would love for my brother, who actually trains with Serena.
Oh yeah,
maybe we can get him to call in as well.
Yes,
sure.
Thank you so much. Thanks for calling.
Yeah,
Thanks,
no
Jermaine.
problem.
All
right, guys, take care. Thanks again.
All right, man.
Bye.
All right. Yep.
See, I wasn't an asshole.
Look at Yeti. Yeti was like, "Man, don't be an asshole."
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yo, but G, what happened to your accent there, man? Your accent kind of switched.
The guy was giving us yaki, so I had to give my own back.
But you know, it's funny because that's what happens, right? With a lot of Nigerians do. When I talk to when I'm talking to Americans, my accent changes.
Yeah, I don't have a problem.
So then, why were
I only have a problem when you do it to me.
Exactly. So, well,
when you
if
do it
you're
to
both
me,
Nigerian,
you
shouldn't code switch and try to be fake with me. No, but if I'm talking to an American, it switches up a little bit.
The reason why I do that is because I know that if I talk in my regular accent,
they won't understand.
Huh? They're gonna be like, "Huh?"
And I'm not about to on my own podcast.
So I try to kind of.
I don't even know when I do it.
But we shouldn't have to do that. You know that,
but you
right?
shouldn't have to.
Eventually, we have. Look, they say we have a strong accent. I think we pronounce words. We pronounce it with a lot of emphasis, and it's a lot of power and.
But do you
you might not catch it.
Do you realize it when you're doing it? I don't think I.
No, you don't realize. No. My intentions weren't to be. I'm going to give
right, and that's the thing. I don't realize what I'm doing anymore.
And he understood everything.
Right, he understood everything you're saying. But I feel like even now when I'm talking to my fellow Nigerians, I don't think I sound.
No, your brain just kind of switches. You understand how this is Nigerian person.
So right now that I'm talking to you, do you think I'm sounding more Nigerian or I'm sounding more American?
You're more. I think for you, yours is actually more even. I think
speaking fast.
Yes.
Well, I do speak really fast.
It's when you start speaking fast.
It's when you start speaking fast. But I think we're due for a break right now, man.
Yes, let's take the music break.
All right. Kind of hot.
Let me just introduce it real quick. So MI dropped an album this year, and actually recently, and he did. I forget the name of the album, but it's pretty good. It's 10 tracks. I listened to it, and this song is called Plus Minus. It's featuring Odunsi and Lady Donli.
And I've been through it recently when people say it.
That was kind of dope. That was kind of nice. So, Odunsi the engine.
Shout out to
so he's
Odunsi.
adopting that alt sound too.
Lady Donli. I discovered Lady Donli recently through Twitter, and turns out I know her brother. I didn't know.
No word.
He was, but I just kept seeing him always retweeting her music, and I decided to listen to it, and she's actually doing good music world. So
that
shout out to
good. I didn't mind that.
Yeah, shout out to all of them, man. It's
so we're gonna switch up and we're gonna move to Niger real quick. Niger topics out there. There's a video out right now, right, that kind of went viral. It's of this dude. Some guy. Apparently, they rounded up some guys at a Lagos nightclub. They claimed it was a gay initiation party, which that's bullshit.
Duh, that's bullshit. So bullshit.
But my guess is probably kind of how they used to have speakeasies back in the days. I feel like that's probably what it was. It was
like
a gay club. No, I think it was just a gay bar.
A
gay bar. Okay. But of course, they can't come out as a gay bar. It's kind of like the same way they have like strip clubs. Right?
Yeah.
Like
they'll
have it like underground strip, like in the middle, in some middle of some hole somewhere. I think that's what it was. I think it was a gay bar. People probably go there to meet up or whatever. And probably everyone that goes there knows. The thing about it though is in Nigeria, it's illegal to be gay or to promote gay homosexuality of any kind.
You know how I feel about this.
So there was this bar somewhere, and police, of course, this is the kind of stuff that they'll focus on.
Right. In Nigeria, but everything that we're going through, this is what you go arrest people for. Really?
And they rounded up like 57 of these dudes. Of course, here's the thing, right? You can't just look at someone and say he's gay.
And that's what I was
You actually kind of have to catch him in the act. And these guys, they're smart. Now, I don't know if they're gay or not, but obviously they denied it. But they rounded all of them up. It was like 57 of them. They kept them there for days, and the press approached them and went to ask some of them questions. And there was this one guy that stood out. He was just the way he responded was just really funny.
He said he's a dancer.
Yeah, but he said he's a
dancer.
Did you look up the video?
I saw the video.
You did?
Yeah,
so he really does dance?
Well, I didn't mean to look him up. No, I didn't look him up otherwise. Right. But he claims he's a dancer and that they're doing an investigation. My question is, How are you gonna investigate if I'm gay or not?
That's the thing.
How?
They don't have anything to
He's
do.
Also,
they don't have anything to do.
He's also a little, which doesn't mean he's gay, but he's a little on the feminine.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying.
Right. So is that
and a lot of Nigerians misconstrue that as
gay, right?
Because I know recently this guy had to come out, well, not come out and say he's not gay, but come out and say it's not an insult to be feminine. I don't know what he is. Like, I don't know what he does. But I see his name.
Denala
something.
Denala Gray.
I don't know.
He's
I don't know. I just see his pictures.
He's a socialite or something,
I guess
right?
he is.
Yeah.
And I just saw recently that I saw it the first day I saw his picture. Like, he's a little feminist, but he got some style. So I didn't think it was gay. But if you told me it's gay, I won't be surprised. But a lot of Nigerians take that as you're gay. So.
But we should queue up the video. All right. This is it. You guys want to see the video?
I've seen it.
It's unfair. It's unfair. I'm doing processing because I don't have much on me. So I have to work. They won't employ. They won't apply graduate. So you have to do anything you have to do. I didn't do anything. All I do is go and perform and get paid. Simple as that. If you think I'm lying, go to YouTube, type James Brown, Igbo dancer. I dance very well.
James Brown.
So what were you doing on that day?
My own is to come and perform. I have no business with other people. My own business was you go to parties, you see people performing. Yes, are they criminals? Normal, they told me it's very debating. And normal, I know why I think it's very debating. When I got there was boys and girls. If there was no girls there, I would have turned back because I wouldn't have get implicated. You understand? Yes, I'm a dancer. James Brown, just chat James Brown. You will see the dance I dance.
I'm going to look him up.
I'm not a gay. Point of correction. I'm not a gay. I don't want someone calling me a gay. There must be. What's the definition of a gay? Is when you are caught having sexual intercourse with a guy and they didn't cut me. Did they cut me? Ask the policeman. Did they cut me? There was no call. There was no evidence. Oh yeah, let's go and bring the evidence. All they would do go and bring condom, and I don't even use it. So please, let's go and prove it. I was not caught on the act. That was
the part that was kind of funny.
When you are caught in the act.
The whole thing is sad.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate.
It's a crime. So all dancers are not a crime. Criminal, isn't it? If they pay me, if I even
Alright, yeah, you can cut it off.
Okay.
The state of
it's
in
unfortunate.
Nigeria, it's really sad. Like, this is what there's so many things. Infant mortality rate, pregnancy mortality rate, so many crap we can be focusing on. The friggin' roads, the corruption, the electricity, everything in Nigeria. You can't say one. Well, I mean, you can say good things, but our infrastructure is shit, and we're focusing on gay people. Really?
Yeah,
this is what it's come to.
I wonder if it has something to do with election season. Maybe they're trying to gin up votes. Again? And they're having police just do all these
random things. Oh, what? Like the SARS thing too, right? Isn't that what they said?
I don't know if that guy is gay. I kind of think he is, but I don't know if he's gay. But it was a funny interview. I say that for sure.
When he said, I don't even use condoms.
The reason I just said I think he might be is because his excuses for not being is just it's not an excuse.
But what excuse do you have for not being? Like, if I ask you exactly, like if I say why you're gay,
that's all.
And that's it.
But like
they interviewed a bunch of other people.
But you know, at the end of the day, I'm not saying what they did is right.
Police officer and everything.
Even
so he's probably nervous and stuff.
I do think I don't know. Like I said, I don't know, but he is on the feminist side. I think. Well, no, let me say feminist side. What's the word?
Effeminate.
Effeminate. Yeah. So because of that, Nigerians already believe he's gay with the way he's talking, he's acting. But either ways, even if he is, that's his business. That should not be a crime,
right?
And by the way, my man, if you are gay or not, please go and use condoms.
Right, please use condoms. You don't want STIs and all that. Please use condoms. So gay or not.
Yeah. But yeah, I just thought it was unfortunate. But speaking of election season, though, did you hear about something really major developing in Lagos state politics right now?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So Tinubu has always been like the kingmaker in Lagos. Tinubu, they call him the Jagaban. He's like a boss. He's the one that finances a lot of APC candidates. I hope you know all this stuff, because especially if you're Nigerian, I think you guys need to learn about what's going on, especially in places like Lagos, because that's where a lot of our people live back home.
But the governor Ambode was handpicked by Tinubu. The previous governor was also handpicked by Tinubu. What's his name? Fashola.
Yeah.
Handpicked by Tinubu. And before Fashola, Tinubu was actually the governor.
Right.
So he's pretty much been running the state. And Ambode just served his first term, or he's about to finish serving his first term. And in a dramatic change of events, Tinubu picked somebody else
to be governor.
You
can do that.
Primary.
Oh, they're primarying him.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What?
So that's pretty huge.
Right.
And everyone's
but did
like,
he pick Ambode to begin with?
Yes.
So I guess he's pissed off at him or something.
Yeah.
Something must have happened.
I'm hearing it all comes back down to like money or something.
Well, Ambode is not giving him enough money or something.
No, I think Tinubu has a lot of control in Lagos.
Right.
He has a lot of control over even like the toll gates.
I heard about that too.
Like, that's all money that's going to his contracting firm. So I think maybe some of that is, Ambode might be kind of like putting a kibosh on some of those things that they've been outsourcing to Tinubu's companies. And I think that might have something to do with it. And there's probably I think there's probably some internal politics going on there. So, but yeah, that's a major development. And now Ambode is going to be primary by somebody that Tinubu himself picked.
From the same party or?
Same party.
Damn.
Same party.
And obviously, right.
And he's kind of done a good job. He's done a decent job. He's, apparently Lagosians like him.
So
Ambode,
when's the election?
A lot of them. Next year, 2019.
No, when?
It's probably around election season, like May time frame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's like a.
Did Ambode give a statement? Did he speak out?
Ambode has been trying to downplay it.
Oh, okay.
Ambode came out, just made it like, nah, we cool, but there's something else.
And who's the
there.
dude that Tinubu picked?
I wish I had his name. Wale, do you have any idea?
Know the dude?
Oh crap! Wait, hold on. This should take me a second. Tinubu. Lagos. He picked. I forgot his name. It's some funny name.
Governor, right? Candidate. Let's see.
Yeah, it's San. I can't.
Let me see if I can read it.
Sanwo-Olu.
Sanwo-Olu now. Correct. What kind of Yoruba boy are you?
Okay, I'm ashamed of myself.
Sanwo-Olu. You know what you sounded like?
Look at Wale correcting me. What do you know about?
You brought me back to high school memories when the professor and teacher is like, Allah. That's what
but what I'm seeing here says, I don't know. Does this say Tinubu picked him though?
Apparently he endorsed him.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe endorsed him.
I mean, no one is gonna go against Ambode if Tinubu didn't sanction that.
Wow. So all the articles, all the Nigerian newspapers are saying Tinubu reportedly dumps Ambode, endorses Sanwo-Olu as next Lagos governor.
Yeah.
Nigerians react as Tinubu reportedly dumps. They're calling it dumps. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
It's a pretty significant development. So
Jude Sanwo-Olu to battle Ambode for Lagos APC government ticket.
No, I think what I'm seeing here is that they're saying Tinubu didn't ask him to step down against contesting with Ambode.
What is that? What do you mean?
Like, not that Tinubu handpicked him.
He handpicked him. Everyone knows he had. Like whenever
he probably
Tinubu,
did, but the guy is like,
him. Obviously, he's not going to show his hand, but
Okay.
But Tinubu is like the godfather, Sha. So I don't know. We're going to see how this plays out.
Why does one person have that much power, though? That's wrong. I think in and of itself, that's very wrong.
Wait, there's something about Africans and power, man. That is just we're so consumed by it. Like once
power hungry. Like once we're in power, we never want to leave. So because he can't be governor anymore, he basically is still the governor, kind of technically. Yeah. Why doesn't he just run for president or something?
Politics.
Why doesn't he run for president?
What's his name? Fayose has 33 days left in office. Well, it should be like 30 days now, and he just had the House or their Senate pass a bill for an extra funding of 10 billion
to do what?
Probably to take home.
Wow.
Wait. Let me spoil my bag because I'm about to call his children. I'm like, man.
Fayose. Yes, I heard about that, man.
What?
I heard about that. Yeah.
Wait. So explain, please.
It's supposed to be funding for projects.
What project?
The salary, they probably do this, they probably do that. But I think that funding is probably, if I'm not just speaking from the point of it, like looking at typical Nigerian politician, or looking at Nigerian politician, it's probably for him to pay off some people. And it might use it for something actually, but it's like 10 billion in 30 days. That's a lot of money to spend in 30 days, man.
Yeah. Wow. The way you say you know his son, you say you know his kids.
Yeah, so
can I get a right? Shoot, can I get a contact or something? I can supply something. Shoot, I mean,
something else that recently came up in Niger news, Genevieve.
Oh, I saw that. Niger Nollywood
is making inroads.
It's on the come up,
in Netflix. It was this movie was actually one of the. It was actually made one of those film festivals.
Toronto Film
in
Festival.
Toronto, so it's a pretty big deal. Yeah. Apparently she put a lot of money into this stuff.
Yeah, she financed it herself.
I mean, look, Genevieve, we're proud of you, girl. Yep. Like, she's repping us on the world
stage.
Did
that I like is what this guy was saying to Michael Blackson. Because Netflix, you can actually make it yourself and sell it to them.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for it. I like she took that initiative and said, hey,
Netflix,
I'm going to do it myself and then sell it to them.
Because I would like to produce movies.
I think Amazon someday. Also, I don't quote me on Amazon, but I think they're starting to do that where you can
produce it yourself and you just sell it to them.
And then you sell it to them. That's what they did with a lot of shows, man.
They're putting $8 billion
in what?
In the movie.
$8 billion.
It says Netflix is finally putting its. Sorry. I read that.
The movie's already made.
Sorry. Let me finish. Sorry.
The movie, by the
way. Let me read it. It says Netflix is finally putting its $8 billion original production budget to work in Nigeria's Nollywood movie industry.
Nollywood, and it opens it's going to open doors for a lot of people.
It purchased rights to Lionheart.
You guys that are making movies down, please, I hope Netflix does not be picking those.
They won't now. And Nigerian quality is getting better. No. Even that, they can do the juju stuff, but make it good quality juju stuff. I don't mind the juju stuff. That's our traditional stuff now.
Something from you and
the name of the movie. We still haven't said the name of the movie.
Lionheart. I said it already.
Lionheart.
No. But see,
Was there any other?
There's that Osofia guy.
Oh, Sophia.
He's in it.
Okay, so it is Genevieve and Kem Owo, Pete Edochie, and Onyeka Nwenu. Oh, Onyeka Nwenu is in it?
Yeah. All right. Pete Edochie with his proverbs.
Go ahead.
Young man, the Iroko tree is too tall for you to climb.
Apparently, though, this is not their first Nollywood license. They did a wedding party.
Yeah, they did a wedding party.
And something called October 1st.
Did they sell? I don't know how the wedding party worked.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I don't know. Is it that I think they only sold streaming rights or something, but I don't know. Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, but
that's cool. Shout out.
Nigeria's getting there. There's another. I followed this girl. Do you guys watch Insecure, right?
Insecure, yeah.
The girl that interviewed for Issa's We Got Y'all, the black girl.
The big girl.
No. The black girl that interviewed for We Got Y'all, the interview job, the Yvonne Issa Rae's job.
Yeah.
From We Got Y'all with Frida. Remember Issa and Frida interviewed the girl. A black girl, the other black girl that was interviewing for We Got Y'all's job. Remember, they want more black people in the job.
Wait, are you talking about Insecure in the episode itself, or we're talking about real life?
The episode itself.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember the black girl that interviewed for job with Frida and Issa? Remember
which episode was that?
Anyway,
she's Nigerian and she has a new show coming out.
Right.
Nigerian show actually, and Chief Obi is her father in the show. I don't know where it's gonna be showing yet.
That's what's up.
But yeah, we're getting out there, man.
That's what's up.
Niger for sure.
I'm really excited about Lionheart, but we need to start wrapping it up. But before we go, just a reminder, please subscribe to our YouTube page, Smiling Suffer Podcast. Smiling Suffer, just type in Smiling Suffer. We're on Twitter also at Smiling Pod, and we're on Instagram
Smiling underscore
Suffer. Please follow, please like, please comment. Thank you for joining us on another episode, and we're gonna take this off with so what song is this, Wale?
Oh yeah, for the closing song, I realized I keep neglecting our Ghanaian brothers.
Okay.
I decided to put a Ghanaian song. It's called CCTV by King Promise.
Even though Niger Jollof is better than Ghanaian Jollof.
No, you're about to start trouble here.